Hello everyone, good morning and good morning sir. We are the group 4 reporters. Our topic is all about the ethics, social responsibility and globalization and technopreneurship. So I am Mary Jane Kataga. We're going to report about the ethics. So what is ethics? Ethics, code of moral principles and values that governs behaviors of a person or group with respect to what is right or wrong. So in real life, we can think of ethics as the principles that guide our behavior toward making the best choice nga makakontribute to the common good of all. And second, sets standards as to what is good or bad in conduct and decision making. So it refers to principles that define acceptable behavior and choices. If one of the person is really acceptable ang behavior standards, meaning it is a bad moral principles. And the third deals with internal values that are part of corporate culture and shape decisions concerning social responsibility with respect and the internal environment. So, this concept involves how a company's intervals values rooted in its culture. Kay kung mag-base sa influence decisions about sa social responsibilities, there is a different principles nga imong makita or makatunan based on the ethics. So let's proceed to the three domain of human actions. First, domain of codified law or legal standard. Second, domain of ethics or social standard. And last, domain of free choice or personal standard. So, domain of codified law or legal standard, values and standards are written into the legal system and enforceable in the courts. Set of rules by lawmakers being followed. So it involves a set of rules created by lawmaker that individuals are required to follow. Meaning kini nga rules nga gihimo is compulsory ni nga i-follow for individuals kay mao ni ang gi-implement nga rules based on the courts. Second, domain of ethics or social standard. No specific laws but have standards of a conduct based on shared principles and values about moral conduct that guide an individual or company. So this moral guidelines is guide for individuals or companies in their behavior based on shared principles and values. And the last is domain of free choice or personal standard. Pertains to behavior about which the law disregarded an individual organization has complete liberty of freedom. So, it refers to behavior where the law is ignored and individuals or organizations have full liberty and freedom to make personal decisions. Kaya of course, imo naman na siyang personal standard, meaning ikaw ang masunod og unsay imong decision or imong choice sa imong life kung unsay imong gusto. So that's all, and let's proceed to the next reporter.
Different approaches to describe values for guiding ethical decision making. First, we have the utilitarian approach. It is a moral behavior produces the greatest good for the greatest number. And also, each alternative is considered and the one that optimizes the satisfaction for the greatest number of people is selected. Second, the individual approach. It is an individual self-direction is paramount, and also individuals calculate the best long-term advantage to themselves as a measure of a decision's goodness. Individualism ultimately leads to behavior towards others that fits standards of behavior people want toward themselves and can be described like domain of free choice. Moral rights approach. The ethical concept that moral decisions are those that best maintain the rights of those people affected by them, and also asserts that human beings have fundamental rights and liberties that cannot be taken away by an individual's decision. These are the moral rights to consider. 1. Right of free consent. Individuals' consent is treated. Second, right to privacy. Individuals have rights to their own private life. Third, right of freedom of conscience. Individuals may refrain from carrying out any. Fourth, right of free speech. Truthful criticism of the ethics or legality of actions of others. Fifth, right to due process. Sixth, right to life and safety. Individuals have a right to live out of danger and away from hazard. Now we have the fourth approach, which is the justice approach. It holds that moral decisions must be based on standards of equity, fairness, and impartiality. The types of justice approach. First, the distributive justice requires different treatment of people not be based on arbitrary characteristics. Amount of treatment at same level. Second, the procedural justice requires that rules be administered fairly and impartially enforced. The last, compensatory justice. Individuals should be compensated for the cost of their injuries by the party responsible. Also, individuals should not be held responsible for matters over which they have no control.
So I am Johannes Tedoso. So I am a partner of moral rights to consider. The first is right of free consent. Individuals' consent is treated. So for example, ang example na kay kana bitawng nakaibaligya nga for example kanang nagbaligya kag bike nya gipalit na sa buyer, so kanang both kamo bitaw nga kanang nakasinabot mo sa inyuhang desisyon, kanang walay daghan nga kuan ba storya ug unsay nasabutan ninyo ug unsay nasabutan ninyo about ana is kanang i-consider bitaw. So mga example sa right of free consent. And the next is the right to privacy. Individuals have rights to their own private life. So kita magid no tagsa nga naam kitay kanang privacy, rights of privacy sa atong kagalingon. And the next is right of freedom of conscience. Individuals may refrain from carrying out any. So for example, sa namoy tay right sa kanang kuan pagpili sa atong mga religions, pagpili sa atong beliefs kung asa ta motuo or asa ta nga religion mas ganahan mabilong. So nabo tay rights para mapili ana. So next is right of free speech, truthful criticism of ethics or legality of actions of others. So example ani kay kuan kanang natay rights para kanang mag-express atong opinions without retaliations of governments. So the next is the right to due process. So example ani kay kuan kana bitaw kanang i-treat bitaw ta as fair, kanang walay pabor-pabor ba. First parehas anang kuan gyud kanang balaod di ba na gipa namagitay balaod kay para bitaw fair, patas ang pagkuan sa ato di walay labaw ba, dapat patas gyud. Next is right to life and safety. Individuals have right to live out of danger and away from hazards. So right to life and safety, so kita namagitay rights para mo puyuan ni kalibutan nga kanang safe ta, puyuan ni kalibutan nga mabuhi ta nga atua, kana bitang walay mahitabo nga pagdaog-daog sa tuwa, walay mahitabo nga pag torture sa tuwa. So mo na tay rights to life and safety. Justice approach holds that moral decisions must be based on standards of equity, fairness, and impartiality. So justice approach kay mo na siyang hold kana sa mga moral decisions nga mo based sa equality or kanang fairness sa usag-usa. Then the types of justice approach are distributive justice, procedural justice, and compensatory justice. So distributive justice requires different treatment of people not be based on arbitrary characteristics, amount of treatment as same level of responsibilities. So distributive justice kay kuan siya kanang all social values, liberty and opportunity, kanang mga income, wealth, and the social basis of self-respect are to be distributed equally. So dapat equal gid sila bitaw. Next is procedural justice requires that roles to be administered fairly and impartially enforced. So for example kay kuan kanang nasa court na maganay kanang nasa court kay magkuan man sa kaso no. So dapat mo hatag kag respeto kung kinsa nay mo istorya diya kung inaam ganay hatulan og guilty ana. So kana siya mo na siya kuan nga presohon kay nga mao man siya nakasa. So dapat sad ka nang mohatag tag respect sa mga law or sa mga police ana. Ya dapat sad ka nang kuan wala utay ka nang pabor-pabor. Kung kinsay pili sa kaso kay mao na siya ma guilty or mahatulan og kanang pagka-preso. Mao na ang procedural justice. Let's proceed to principles to guide ethical behavior. First is honesty. So apilin ng principles sa ethical behavior ang honesty, integrity, promise keeping, kanang masaligan kasi mga promise, kanang mga keep kag mga promise, fidelity sa kanang kuan ng faithful kasi mo obligation, caring for others, respect for others. So kanang importante sa niya ang pag-respect sa others. So responsible citizens. So dapat mo puno sa principles sa ethical kaning responsibility nga citizen, pursuit of excellence, and last is the accountability. Social responsibility actions that businesses and entrepreneurs take reflect their values and how do you want to have a positive impact.
Corporate social responsibility. Management obligation to make choices and take actions that will contribute to welfare and interests of society as well as the organization has become an important topic on the corporate agenda because of corporate scandals, concerns about globalizations, and a growing mistrust of business. Kani ko ng CSRA kay ang unsay obligasyon ra jud sa company in terms of kanang social gali, like dili lang ang kanang operation sa company itself ila hunahuna but i-appeal sad nila ang if kana ba ilang baton is maapektuhan pa ang mga tao. And most common jud ani sa Philippines is ang environmental. Next is a difficult concept to grasp. Why? Different people have different beliefs as to which actions to improve society welfare. Covers a range of issues, many of which are vague with respect to right or wrong. Example, can companies declare to avoid financial obligations to labor and suppliers, then manager must answer the question responsive to whom. So, nganong lisod man i-grasp ang CSR? It because lahi-lahi jud og gituohan ang mga tao. Ang uban okay, ra na ang uban is dili sad syempre. I-consider dyan na nimo ilang decision both side. Dili kay abi mas labaw ang mo-agree is bato na nimo dapat ang tanan jud is okay sa ila. Di lang sad kana but naapod siya line issue which is murag kanang naglibog na ka kung sakto ba jud kaha na ilang gibuhat kay open times bahalag unsay masulti sa uban basta masave lang bitaw nimo ang imong obligations and the company itself. Then organizational stakeholders from a CSR perspective, organizations view the internal and external environmental as a variety of stakeholders. Socially responsible organizations consider the effects of their action on all stakeholder groups and may also invest in a number of philanthropic causes that benefit stakeholders. Kaning sa view daw sa CSR is appeal ang kanang unsay na internal and external na environment as part siya sa mga stakeholders bitaw kay ang main concern ba nila is unsa ka affected ang environment if mo engage sila ana. Then criteria of corporate social performance. There are 4 parts of total corporate social responsibility. First, kay economic responsibility, be predictable, legal responsibility, obey the law, ethical responsibility, be ethical, do what is right, avoid harm, discretionary responsibility, contribute to community quality of life. So ang kaning economic responsibility, be predictable kay iyang main goal jud kay ma-profitable ang business. Kailain sad kayo way pa kay ana mura mo gaduwa-duwa. So mo nang kuan jud ang main goal kay profitable ang business. Then second is legal responsibility, obey the law, which is to obey the rules kay lain sad kay nagdi ka mo obey sa rules oy mupay pag open mo business nya largo ra pod close kay wa ka ni obey sa rules. Then third, ethical responsibility, be ethical, do what is right to avoid harm. Kanang dapat kibaw nakaunsay kuan bitaw imong behavior nga sakto ba na og dapat baton og sa dili pod which is imuha na ng behavior ba nga dapat kibaw na ka unsay sakto og dapat baton og sa dili pod. Then fourth, discretionary responsibility to contribute to the community and quality of life. Kanang ang kaning ikaupat kay dapat kay makatabang siya sa community niya, maka-improve sa quality of kanang life. So mo. Then economic responsibilities, be profitable. The business institution being the basic economic unit of society has the responsibility to produce the goods and service that society wants and be to maximize profit for its owners and shareholders. Basta economic responsibility is once mo engage na kag business is naa na kay responsibilidad nga tubagon ang mga wants sa imong mga customers, and of course dapat profitable sa. So economic responsibilities to be profitable. Under the profit maximizing view, the corporation should be operated on a profit-oriented basis, with its sole mission is to increase its profit as long as it stays within the rules of the game. So by the mean of economic responsibilities is we kanang atong focus ana siya kay which is profit, or kadang which is we can grow kung sa pato mo padako. So like by the way, it is stated nga its sole mission is to increase its profit as long as mag-align siya sa rules nga wala siya malapas or wala siya maghimo-himo og iya. Then next is more gihapon economic responsibilities. Sumpay siya, the long-term pursuit of profits necessitates being a good corporate citizen. The purely profit maximizing view is no longer considered an adequate criterion of performance. Then ang next nga responsibility sa social responsibilities kay ang legal responsibility, which is obey the law, or muna siya ang responsibility nga mag-agad sa law. Businesses are expected to perform their economic goals within the legal framework. In the Philippines, corporates have to comply with national laws, the rules and regulations issued by various government agencies like PSA, EC, BIR, etc. Like I said, nga ang legal responsibilities kay magkuhan na siya sa law, which is ang difference kay ang economics kay about siya sa pagpag-grow sa imong kuhan like being profitable. Then ang legal responsibilities kay obey ang sa law na siya magagad. Then ang sunod kay ethical responsibilities, mo po siya ang usa sa mga social responsibilities. So ang ethical responsibility can be ethical, do what is right or avoid harm. So being, what do you mean by ethical or ethics, kay kanang kibaw ka ug unsay sakto ug unsay sayop. So mo siya ang ethical responsibilities. Then ethical responsibilities include behavior that are not necessarily codified into law and may not serve the corporation's direct economic interests. To be ethical, decision makers should act with equity, fairness, and impartiality. Respect the rights of individuals and provide different treatment of individuals only when the relevant of the organization's goals and tasks. So mo na siya ang ethical responsibilities is kanakabalo ka which is right or wrong. Ang legal responsibilities which is kanang magagad sa law. Then ang economic which is the economy or pag-growing sa kanang among profit, something like that.
Next is unethical behavior occurs when decisions enable an individual or company to gain at the expense of other people or society as all. So it means that it prioritizes personal or organizational gain even it comes at the cost of harming others or society as whole. For example, a company knowingly selling faulty products that may put consumer at risk. So they only prioritizing their company or ilang mga mag-gain nga kwarta rather than sa customer nga magkasakit. And by recognizing and addressing unethical behavior, we can strive for a fairer and more just society where everyone benefits from responsible actions. Next is globalization. So as we know, globalization is the speed up of flow of financial products, goods, technology, information, and jobs across national borders and culture. So dili naman ni siya bag-o sa tuwa kay na-discuss ni sa sukad pa sa atong high school days. So may nakita ni globalization. So according to Grewal or Levi, globalization is defined as the process by which goods, service, capital, people, information, and ideas flows across national borders. So, Canadian globalization is the exchange of goods. For example, sa rice, atong rice na to kay ato ba nang i-import. So, matawag na sa laing lugar. So, matawag na siya og globalization. Like mga services, ang people na to, mga domestic helper, nga nasa abroad. So, matawag siya globalization. Ang mga information, ideas, manay. Unique is, according to Wild Han, trend towards greater economic, cultural, political, and technological interventions among national institutions and economies. So, iyang gimina ni kay this refers to the interconnectedness and mutual dependence between different entities. So, it highlights the increasing reliance of national institutions and economies on each other. So meaning sa globalization para niya ay muna ang pag-rely sa mga countries to countries. So example sa pag-solve sa climate change. So ang tawagan na nato sa pagbangayan to tabang kay tawag mo siya og globalization. Next is globalization involving us all. So based on the PowerPoint, it stated that nearly $23 trillion accounts for the total value of imports and exports that cross national border each year. So meaning globalizations help our economy to rise. So dako kay natabang ang globalization sa atong ekonomiya nga mulambo your everyday life. So ang kini bang globalization kay na impact din sila sa atong everyday life. For example, wake up to a GE alarm clock made in China. So sa una kay ang atong kuan kay purely made sa Philippines, but tungod sa globalization makagamit na pud ta sa lain nga mga butang nga hinimo sa uban nga mga country, and it's because of globalization. For example, kanang mga Starbucks, mga McDonald's, mga atong mga sinina gipang suot. So mo na yung effect sa globalization sa ato. Next is the two characteristic of globalization. First is denationalization, meaning national boundaries become less relevant. So meaning ani kay ang boundaries gani sa kuan kay dili na kay importansya ba, so freely ra yung ka nga maka-trade. For example ani is GATT, meaning sa GATT is General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade. So GATT is a legal agreement between many countries whose overall purpose was to promote international trade by reducing or eliminating trade barriers such as tariffs or quotas. So sa denationalization day kay nani ang GATT, for example kanang which is gilimit kanina ang barrier. So freely ang countries kay freely ra mak-trade without tariff and quotas na help sila sa pag-import o export sa ilang goods throughout the country or the globe. Next is the World Trade. Another example is World Trade Organizations. It ensures that the trade flow is smooth and predictably freely as possible. So muni ang example sa denationalization ang word sa example maka trade ta freely to other countries without barriers. Next is internationalization, entities cooperating across national borders. So ang nakuha ni process niya ni kay ang meaning ng internationalization day kay ang tibok countries gani kay nag-cooperate sila para mulambo ang economy sa globe. Plus example ni is technological innovation, plus ng internet, communication and transportation. So dili naman nato ni masabta naman ni, so dili na kay nato pa taas-taason. Thank you.
So this is the globalization chart. So as you can see, these are the top 10 globalized countries. Coming at first is Singapore, next is Ireland, then Switzerland, United States, Netherlands, Canada, Denmark, Sweden, Austria, then lastly Finland. So why is Singapore the first or the most globalized country in the world? It is because Singapore's economy is open, and especially open to trade and capital. Singapore also builds and attracts a first-class labor force, and it fosters an innovation ecosystem. So, importante yun ang if ganahan mo mag-globalize yung country, dapat open mo for trade and capital. Kay dira man yun magsugod ang o dira man magikan ang kwarta para mas mapalambo pag ninyo ang inyong kaugalingon nga country. Globalization and marketing. So, it expands the market in which consumers buy from. So, there are two strategies for businesses, which are global strategy and multinational strategy. Global strategy reduce marketing cost by standardizing product and marketing strategy, while multinational strategy adapt products and marketing strategies in each national market to suit local preferences. So, let's talk about global strategy first. As we all know, global means whole, di ba? So, if mogamit ka o global strategy sa imong business, imuhang gi-reduce ang marketing price by standardizing products. So, parehas tanan. And in marketing strategy, while diri masad ka sa multinational strategy, kay ang imong buhaton is mo-adapt ka sa products o marketing strategy sa bisan asa or bisag asa na lugar or bisag unsa na country nga mupatok sa nga imong feeling nga mupatok sad sa inyong lugar. Globalization and Christian ethics. So, unethical problems are global inequality, environmental regulations, and exploits labor standards. So, global inequality is widening gap of rich and poor, and environmental regulations are unsanitary sweatshops, emissions of harmful toxins, and exploits labor standards is the reduction of wages, long hours, and no benefits. So, no, basahon pa lang gani ni mo daan unethical na kaayo. So, dirita sa global inequality, common na gid kay ni nga problema sa tibuok kalibutan, di ba? Kay ang mga dato palabi ka dato o mga pobre kay palabi maanam sa kapobre nya. Moto ang global inequality kay imo siyang masud sa kanang sa ubang unethical problems ba dira gyud siya magsukad. So there is a environmental regulations kay kana bitong mga tindahan nga unsanitized nya, kanang mga factory nga magpagawas og toxin sa dagat, kanang mga hugaw ipang kuan na sa dagat, then kanisang exploit labor standards kay kanang dili na sakto ba para sa diri sa Pilipinas ato aron ang minimum wage in town sa mga Pinoy sa ila trabaho kay grabe gamaya ra gyud. Then napagi overtime nya, usahay ang overtime dili pagid bayran nya. Kasagaran pagid sa mga trabaho ron wala kay benefits kuha gikan sa ilaha ba. Mo luoy kay ta mga Pilipino. Mo dapat jud nga ethical ang ato ang trabahoan puhon ba. Dapat maninguha ta nga ato sa ethical nga workplace. So here are the advantages of globalization in the country. So it increases wealth and efficiency in developed and developing nations. It creates jobs in developed and developing nations, advances developing nations' economies, and decreases poverty and developing nations. So importante gyud kaayo ang globalization sa usa ka country. Kay parehas atong country nga nakalimot ko unsa pangalan ato, pero katong close ilang country ba nga ang bugas nila kay didto ra gyud sa ilaha mabaligya nya ang ilang mga ubang ang ubang nilang crops, ang uban nilang ang mga isda didto ra gyud dapat sa ilaha, ang mga materials kay sa ilaha ra gyud mabaligya. So abot ang pila ka months man siguro to, luoy na kay ilang country kay nahutdan na sila nahutdan na sila mga kanang gamit bitaw, nahutdan na sila mga pagkaon kay wala may nila gi-open nilang country, di man sila ka trade sa ubang nation, di sila ka palit, di sila ka baligya. So nagi tendency nga mahutdan sila og mga crops kay pila ra gud ba na ang for example bugas dugay kay tamnon nya ig-ani hurot dayon nya daghan sad kaayo nya didto ra sila magsalig, luoy kayo ang mga gapuyo. So mas better jud na i-apply ang globalization sa usa ka nation.